Hi, welcome to my year-end edition of the Badnecklace show, Badnecklace Unclasped. I just wanted to pop in with a couple of my quick hits of things I loved in 2015. And in retrospect, I feel like a lot of it kicked off with Magic Mike XXL, and that should have been sort of the indicator that I was in for a really good year pop culture-wise. Because God bless Channing Tatum and Jada Pinkett Smith. I saw it twice in the theater with my friends, and I think we snuck in hooch both times. No regrets. And it was just such a fun, joyous experience to watch this film that was entirely geared towards the female gaze and really just focused on all kinds of women and was just earnest and sweet. And if only we could all be healed by a troupe of roving strippers who listen to our wants and needs and pour us wine, so much of the world's problems would be solved. But really, no, it was such a campy, fun experience. Like A+. Would watch again and again and probably again. Really just anything you can watch with your friends is a joy. I even enjoyed 50 Shades of Grey. I watched it with a dear friend, Alicia Rye, and we live tweeted it. And, the movie wasn't nearly as bad as everyone thought. It was still but we had a great time, watching it and dissecting it and rooting for Dakota Johnson's character, Anastasia Steele, Bella Swan. But yeah, so watch things with your friends. It really makes a difference. And sneak in hooch. There's my advice. QUANTICO, which I watched sober, was another joy this year. Starring Priyanka Chopra. I can't even tell you how important it is to finally see a South Asian woman leading a drama, and like a network drama. She's famous the world over. America is still getting to know her. They're still putting her on like breakthrough actress lists. And I'm like, honey, she done broke through. She broke through years ago. She's so talented and so amazing. And I love that she's on this primetime soap. Let's face it, Quantico, I'm playing with my hair, sorry. Quantico is basically Grey's Anatomy at the FBI. Swap out the white coats for blue Henleys, which I want one. I want my own blue Henley that is strategically attractive across my assets. I don't know how they managed to make those shirts attractive on everybody. So it's a soap, but I love that Priyanka went after it, and she looked at this script and she said, it was a white character, and she said, I want this. And, she got it. And they adapted the character, and she has really owned this role of Alex Parrish. And I love that her love interest, Ryan Booth, with his pretty eyelashes, is basically the damsel in distress. He keeps getting beaten up and shot, and she's a total badass, and kind of has a very casual, skittish attitude about relationships, and is very much what the male archetype would be on an action show. Except that she's Priyanka, and every time she's on screen, your jaw kind of drops because she's really gorgeous. Oh, anyway, but thank you, ABC, for bringing me Quantico. I really appreciate it. And for How to Get Away with Murder, which is crack. Like, it is, but Viola Davis is so amazing that I would watch her do anything, and that includes How to Get Away with Murder, which I swear the last season is probably going to be the character of Wes just setting fire to killing everyone, setting fire to everything, and walking away. Because he's just done. He has learned how to get away with it, and he's done. But I digress. Another show I really loved this year is my favorite soap, The Bold and Beautiful. And I think it's a classic soap. Out of the four, it is the most respectful of basic soap tropes, of its history. When it does rewrite history, it's with an acknowledgement and sort of a wink and a nod, like they fudged things. Um, and then they really make the story worth it, that they fudged for. Case in point, the story of Maya Avant, who I think when she came on was just written as a kind of really hungry, ambitious girl from Chicago who wanted to make it in LA. A couple years later, it turns out she's transgender, and they made it work, and it was a beautiful story, and it resulted in Daytime's first transgender wedding. Rick and Maya, who are an interracial couple to boot, and now Maya's having her sister be the surrogate for their baby. So, there's all kinds of drama. And her sister Nicole is one of my favorite characters on the soap right now. This just awesome, sassy, powerful young teenager. That's like redundantly repetitive. And she's in this gorgeous love story with this also beautiful young man named Zende. And of course her being pregnant is throwing a wrench into the works, and it's just good soap, and it's all starring people of color. Like, yay, thank you, TV, for giving me that. And Netflix too has been really creative. I'm not going to say Sense8 was perfect, but it was diverse and set in different parts of the world, and it took risks. Not all of them paid off, I think, and some of it was a lot, rooted in a bit of stereotype. But it also resulted in two of my favorite couples of the year, and that's Nomi and Amanita, who are again a trans interracial couple, and Wolf and Kala, who are a German guy and this adorable conservative Indian girl. Oh, they're so cute. I mean, these are two sets of so cute couples that, like, I'm coming back to Sense8 because I want to know what happens to them. And then again, thank you, Netflix, for making those kinds of relationships normal relationships amongst all the other love stories they're telling. And then I suppose it's fitting to cap this off with my favorite abnormal relationship of the year, and that is Luther and Alice. BBC America's Luther is, it's a short series, and it came back for like an extended, basically, TV movie in December. And Idris Elba, as usual, just killed it. He just brings such gravitas and charisma to this, world-weary detective, John Luther. I mean, I'd watch him read a phone book, but Luther is something special. And Ruth Wilson is on The Affair now, so she couldn't come back as Alice, but I don't care if she can't come back. I will ship that forever. Like, I will die upon the hill that is Luther and Alice, and I don't care what the movie tells you about Alice and how they kind of sum up the relationship, or I ship it. I don't care. Luther and Alice are screwed up. I'm not saying it's like a healthy thing and that anyone should aspire to be Luther and Alice. You probably shouldn't. In fact, if your relationship mirrors that, you should probably see a therapist or run. But, I love it. I love that even when she's not on the show, she's present in Luther's life, and that so many of his decisions are informed by their relationship. So basically, if I had to sum up 2015 pop culture wise, it was for me about relationships and the diversity of those relationships and of the stories being told. And I will always come back to a love story. Show me joy, show me friendships. I mean, because a love story isn't always romance. It can be a friendship. Show me strong relationships between people. Show me people who throw down for each other. And I am there. And I might just bring some hooch. Happy New Year. Let's hope 2016 is just as fun.